What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be going over the best basic SnD class setups. I just released the best SnD overall class setup, but that gun is revolved around something that's not unlocked until level 52, or unless you have a permanent unlock token, which you get from pre-ordering the game. Now, not everyone has prestige, not everyone has pre-ordered the game, so this is for everyone who just purchased the game recently, who's going to be purchasing it in the future, who just gets the game as is and wants to create a class that's best suitable for SnD. Alright, so today we're going to start with the M19. We're going to be stacking with grip and reflex sight. Let's go into the firing range. You guys can get a visual of what is going on with this gun. It has a high rate of fire, as you guys can see. It does have a short clip on it. Now, if you guys want to use extended mags on this, by far do that. This class is going to be for SnD only. Now, if you guys were running respawn, of course, I would probably suggest extended mags on this gun. But for SnD specifically, what I like to do is use a reflex sight and a grip on this gun. Let me show you without the two, the difference. Now, you guys can definitely use iron sights and stack it with something else. You can definitely stack it with a grip and extended mags on it. But for my personal class setup, I would definitely love to use these two if this was my choice. This gun is it's very high powered. It has very little recoil, surprisingly. I'm going to shoot it without any give on the joystick, but this is what it shoots like without having to hold down the analog stick. Kind of has a kick to it, but I mean, with any gun, you should always be holding down the analog, keeping it nice, controlled, and steady, right? That's how we shoot our guns in Call of Duty. So this is going to be the very first rifle. We're going to stack it again with grip and reflex sight. You can also change it to extended mags like I had mentioned, whatever you guys want. We're going to be stacking it with mountain, which gives you complete silent movement, hidden to player controlled streaks, and always invisible to enemy recon aircraft, which is great to stay off the radar for search and destroy, stay off of people's sights. I mean, it's just an overall good perk for SnD. If you like to play aggressive, this is what you want to do. And espionage is the most overpowered basic training, which they just give you it. I don't know why they do that. I think this needs to be maybe unlocked through prestiging or reaching maybe level 52, 55, something that's just later down the road. As you guys can see, enemy score streaks and enemies you damage appear on the mini map. Like, that alone is just ridiculous. So using this stacking with mountain is pretty dirty for search and destroy. So again, this is gonna be the M19 class setup. For the secondary, it's gonna be a regular pistol. I like to use steady aim, seeing that you don't really need any of this other stuff. You're gonna be using this gun that long to have extended mags on it, then I mean, okay, but for sure, steady aim I think would be the best bet for your secondary. I like to use a frag. Now, the S-mine, in my opinion, is the most underrated and underused lethal in the game. I think it's just gonna be a minute before we start seeing everyone use this, so be aware of that. But I personally like to use frags. Now, this is going to be your basic SnD class setup right out of the bag. This is where you're going to get the first rifle. So hopefully this has helped you guys. I know I made a video before about the bar, but this gun is something later down the road. So let's worry about what we get right out of the game, something that everyone can use together. This is what you guys are going to have. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Let me know if this helps and drop a comment in the section below, and let's get right into the SMG. Alright, so this is the grease gun. This is going to be the first SMG that the game gives you right out of the gate. We're going to be using and stacking it with grip and rapid fire. So this is what the gun looks like with both attachments to it. It has a higher rate of fire with rapid fire, which is nice. It has a little bit extra with the grip. Again, we don't need a sight on this, subjective to what you guys want, but I like this combination with this gun for search and destroy. As you guys can see, it shoots really nice with rapid fire. It shoots kind of like the gun should shoot. This is why I definitely prefer to have these two attachments. You don't need extended mags on this. We have 30 rounds in the clip already. Again, if you're playing respawn, but this is for search and destroy only. This gun is really nice right out of the gate. So these two combinations, hey, look at that. Yo, we are getting XP over here, boys. Let's go. So speaking of, we're almost prestiging. But yeah, this is a very good combination for the very first SMG that the game gives you. Again, later down the line, we can get into these guns, but as of right now, this is what you're going to be using as soon as you get out of the gate. Working for this rapid fire, I definitely think is a necessity, and also getting the grip is really nice to have. Again, stacking it with espionage and mountain has not changed since the AR. Same thing with all of the lethals and whatnot. But Yeah, I was getting a lot of questions of, you know, basic SnD classes, and I made a class earlier, but you know, this is just the basic stuff that the game gives you. So you know, there's nothing that you have to do except get a couple kills, get the attachments, and you're all set to use these guns. So hopefully this was helpful. This is the class setup for the SMG. Again, I would recommend rapid fire, seeing that the rate of fire is kind of slow. You don't need extended mags because it already has a nice clip to it. Advanced rifling, not really a necessity for it. And if you guys want to use a lens on, you can do that. I would take off the grip and put a lens so that you can either use a reflex sight and rapid fire. Come in here and then eventually unlock a reticle, but you know, I just don't like the way this shoots. It kind of sways a little bit. I like to have the grip. You guys see the difference already. Very nice, very controlled, nice clip to it. Very overall nice SMG gun that they give you. And hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any feedback. Drop a like on the video today, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.